Check this out. Nice little area, huh? I mean, there's a few trees down, but other than that, it's really nice. And the sun glaring. Alright, so welcome back. It's been a little bit since I made a video. Kind of been taking care of random things, like my house that kind of got a little bit messed up from a hurricane that came through. And let me show you this damage to my truck. I mean, my truck's a beater, but look at that. Something good hit it. But let me show you this. So I bought a pistol about 2 years ago, and so yeah, I bought a pistol about 2 years ago. Haven't shot it that much, and decided to buy something to go with it. I'm kind of against, oh, there's a hitch there. I'm kind of against unboxing videos because you see a lot of them out there, and they're just, to me, it's like, okay, I don't really care to watch you open a box. But when you get something like this, like FN PS90, and you buy it and you just let it sit, and it's, you know, brand new, and you've never opened the box, never looked at it, never done anything other than, you know, like about 10 years ago I shot a few rounds through one. Haven't taken a magazine out. I didn't take the magazine out when a guy I knew let me shoot his. I didn't do anything. All I did was line up the little red dot they had on it and pull the trigger a few times. That was it. So this is my FN PS90 unboxing video. You know, it'll go good with my pistol. So let's do this. Let me find a spot for you to sit, Mr. Camera. About right there. Alright, so I bought this in February of 2018. And it's just been sitting at my house ever since. Sorry, making a lot of noise. Alright, so it's been sitting at my house for, what is today? Today is November 7th. So it's been sitting there for a while. Kind of wish I had I had brought a real tripod. I don't know if I gotta open the whole thing, or does the box hinge, or let's see. Let me just cut all the tape. Yeah, I should have brought a real tripod. Come on, let's see. How do you open up? Oh, opens up like that. Like I said, I have no clue how this was boxed. Alright, let's see if I can slide it out. Oh yeah. Let's check this out. Oh. I'm gonna take a picture with my phone too. Sorry. Ooh. hopefully you guys, let me get another picture. Can you guys see that? Let's angle this camera. Let's see if I can we're just gonna deal with it right now. I brought my 50 round magazines because I didn't remember if this one, if they were cheap and just gave you the 30 or if they gave you the full thing. Alright, unboxing video. Never done one of these. Let me try to think of what I'm supposed to do. Let's show you what it came with. Cardboard box, FN sticker, confirm your purchase online, owner's manual, some rail instructions because there's a bunch of different rails you can get, something from the, who is this, National Shooting Sports Foundation. Looks like a front sight tool and something else. A lock, don't need that. And then the rifle. Oh, and a magazine. And they did give me a 50 round one. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move this box. It's pretty hot. Move the box, and I'm going to put this towel down, and we're going to go from there. I usually don't baby my guns too much, but this one I'm going to a little bit. I think the towel is a good idea. It babies it and it gives a little of contrast for the camera. Alright, owner's manual. You know, I'm a weirdo. Let's go without the owner's manual. Obviously, it's kind of a weird design, the way that you hold it. And then you can see charging handle. And it's a bullpup design, so that means basically the action is, it's kind of weird because typically in a bullpup you have a magazine that goes in the back, and this one, 50 round magazine, goes on top. So basically the action is way behind the trigger mechanism. I would say the magazine usually, but with this one that's not the case. It's kind of really buggy. Alright, so obviously magazine, load 50 rounds in it. When you load them, they kind of spin. I did load a magazine the other day at the house, and it was pretty awesome. So magazine, and then you have your safety. It's awesome because, you know, there is this is the 16-inch barrel, but you know, you can pay the government a fee and get your, you know, your little paperwork and your blessing from the government to get a little bit shorter barrel. I might do that, might not, I don't know, haven't decided. So it's awesome because the other thing that, you know, the government has regulated too for you is that you can only have a semi-automatic without paying a bunch of crazy fees and stuff. So this, I don't know if you can even see in there, can you see in there? Has a safe and then the number 1 for 1 bullet per pull the trigger. It's pretty awesome because it is fully ambidextrous. And then the magazine Where's the mag release? Mag release is going to be back here. So take the magazine, slide it in there, and then bam. So unfortunately, not gonna do any shooting today. I brought ammo, but don't want to shoot out here. My normal locations, actually, because I have a few of them that I go to shoot, have trees down blocking them. But this area obviously does not. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna break out the owner's manual, and we're gonna take this thing apart. And I'm gonna show you some things that already are a little bit disappointing about it. Take this magazine off. Put the little magazine protector on it. Alright, let me grab the camera and show you what I'm already disappointed in. So, I don't know if you're even going to be able to see it. But see, this is... I'm pretty sure it's going to be aluminum or stainless steel or something. I don't know. This is... Never really looked into that. Just bought one to buy one, you know. But you can see it's kind of... It's not that good of a factory finish. It's not very smooth. I mean, the finish, the actual bluing, the paint, anodizing, whatever method they use on this is pretty decent. However, you can see these marks where it's just kind of, and it's rough right there. It's just kind of interesting. Alright, so let's break open the owner's manual. Let me show you what else I got before we get started on that. So, a lot of people, and I had to do a lot of reading online to actually find this out. A lot of people are like, hey, you know, when you buy one of those, you know, what sight are you going to get? What red dot, or, you know, what optic are you going to get, you know? These actually come with factory iron sights, and a lot of people don't know that. I had to watch a few videos myself before I got to be in the know of that. So they're right here. There's one on both sides. So there's your rear, there's your front. You see how it is to line it up. It's kind of weird. Actually, it's not that bad. It's like it's almost, I mean, the sight radius is of a pistol, so it's kind of weird. Let's see how it is, how long that sight radius is compared to my 5.7. Sight radius is about 1.5 inches shorter. So it does have two little sights on it. Can you see them? They are. So there's the back, and there's the front, and they're on both sides. But to cure that need to use those, I haven't bought the red dot yet, but I bought this mount from Design Machine, and I cut the box open and kind of like looked a little bit at the stuff that's in there. Has some screws. So what I bought was a mount to buy a Trigicorn MRO, and see, it's just like a just a block of metal. It's aluminum that you put on there, and what everybody is saying online. Here, let me show you there. Can you see that? It has their name and phone number. Design Machine, in case you want to Google it. In case you can't read it, I don't know how that shows up. So I was thinking this was going to be as big as the whole block on top, but no. So you take it off, and I don't know which way is forward. That way should be up. But it kind of sits right in there, it looks like, from the actual holes. It lines up with those holes. So top mount comes off, lines up with those holes, and screw it on. Then I bought a little rail that will go on either side. So basically, these holes in this rail, it's nice to wear a white shirt, you should be able to see the holes real good. Those holes line up with those holes. You basically can have a rail on the side. When they made the PS90, there was a few different rail options you could get. So now I think this is like the standard one. They don't really offer the other ones anymore. So basically you have to buy something if you want something different on there. I don't even remember what I paid for this. It was right at $100, a little bit over it. I know it definitely was not over $200 because my wife would have killed me. So let me put that back in the box. Starting to get ate up. Alright, so back in the box. Oh, so that's what that other tool is. It's in there. So that tool, that large tool, says adjustment of the M1913 USG rail for zeroing the Mercy backup sights. It is critical to adjust the rail to the exact alignment with the barrel of the firearm. This zeroes the Mercy iron sights, blah 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 blah. So basically you stick that little tool in there and so there's just something I just noticed even by looking at this, and even though I held up this thing and said, hey, there's a sight tool, front sight tool, because it looks just like an AR style sight tool. There's a sight in there. There's like a little, like a AR-15 style front sight post that looks like you can turn. And when you look through the back rail, the middle of the back rail, there's a sight there too. So this thing from the factory has two sights, one here, and one here, and then through the rail there's a third one. Let me see if I can line that up so you can see it. It's going to be hard. Let me line it up this way so I'm not pointing the gun at myself. Yeah, it's kind of hard for you to see it. Alright, so let's see, let's take this thing apart. Field stripping, page 24. It's always fun doing something the first time on video. Field stripping. Alright, carry out all safety checks. Yeah, let's do that. Usually I talk shit about stuff like that because this is my safety and all guns are loaded. Like literally all guns are loaded. So there's a round in the 5.7 right now. So put it on safe, pull the charging ammo back. You can see into the chamber, like no kidding, right there in that round hole is basically the beginning of the barrel. That's the chamber right there. Nothing in there. She's unsafe. Alright. Pull the cocking handle completely rearward and release it. While pushing down on the barrel support lock, release the barrel and upper rail group by moving it slightly forward and then slide it completely out of the frame. What in the hell? This is why YouTube exists, because I'm going to watch a video on this and probably get pretty good on it, but it says that you just push a button. Yeah, you literally just push a button. There's a button right there. Push it and it comes out. That's crazy. So there's the chamber. Alright. Release the moving parts group by pushing it forward via the magazine opening and then carefully slide it completely out of the frame. Alright. It's weird because it's talking about via the magazine opening. Okay, so it's talking about the actual disassembly. While pushing down on the barrel support lock. Hold on, I think I was reading the wrong step. It says release the moving parts group by pushing it forward via the magazine opening and then carefully slide it completely out of the frame. Okay, so yeah, you just reach in there. Alright, so that's the moving parts group. And you look at it, obviously it has an ejector that's on it, has a firing pin. It's really heavy, like heavy, like it's probably 10 ounces heavy. Alright, so then at the rear, slide the butt plate up and off the frame. Just comes off. Hopefully nothing shoots out here. Nope. While raising the hammer group release lever, pull the hammer group slightly rearward in order to release it. Alright, so that's what it looks like back there. While raising the hammer group release lever, pull the hammer group slightly rearward in order to release it. Raise the hammer group lever. Hammer group lever is the thing on the right. Hammer group lever, let's raise it. Okay, so it literally just comes out. After that, slide the group completely out of the frame. Note that the hammer group cannot be removed if the hammer is at the raised, decocked position. If the trigger has been pulled after the removal of the moving parts, reassemble the carbine, cock the hammer, and then start disassembling again. Alright, so it is still cocked. I don't even know where the damn hammer thing is to see in it. It's in this assembly somewhere. You literally just... So what I did was I lifted that up, and I put my thumb on there. Alright, so that's out. There's some foam in there, which is kind of shitty. Like literally there's some foam in there. And there's one down here all the way at the bottom. Hold on, is that foam or is it just dried oil? No, it's foam. So there's one there. There's one down here. Two little pieces of foam. The hammer is plastic. That's pretty interesting. So minus the spring, and there's something else in here that I don't know the name of it. Minus the spring and this other piece and the pins, that's all plastic. The fire, what's this thing called? Hold on. You guys are laughing at me because there's probably somebody on here that's been messing with one of these guns for a few years and knows all this stuff. Or maybe he just remembers everything. I don't remember shit. The hammer group, that's just what it's called. Alright. So then it says, basically then it goes into reassembly. So it's got some, it has some interesting things in here. Let me show you. So, I don't know the field of view of this one. My GoPro has been on the fritz lately. is not syncing the audio with the video. So I'm using a different camera. So look at that metal thing. This metal's interesting. It goes back in there. Looks like it does something with keeping the trigger. Oh, so that's the trigger bar basically. Yeah. Yeah, see, that's the trigger bar. And goes all the way back there. And I don't know what it actually hits to release the hammer. I'm just curious how that rides. Obviously there's a groove right there, and then that sticks up. So somehow that rides in there, and then it hits the hammer, or the hammer hits the firing pin, or does it go the other way? Maybe I should have paid attention to which way that was sticking. That was when it goes in and out. Alright, looks like this goes on this side. Hard to tell in that picture from there, but so that this is up, so that's the bottom. That goes in there. I have no clue how this works. All I know is that should be the hammer. Okay, hold on, I think I figured it out. This piece, alright, put it on semi. It's gonna be hard for you to see in there. See those two pieces of those two metal? Looks like a little curtain rod. Looks like a little clothes hanger. So it looks like when that goes back, it hits this black part, goes in both sides of there, right there, and releases the hammer. So I don't know if you call that, if that's considered a sear or what. I have no clue. I should have educated myself before I came out here and made this video. But I really had no intentions of opening this gun for a while. I was just gonna, I mean, like I said, I don't even have the red dot yet, the Trijicon MRO. I don't have that yet. So I wasn't gonna open it. So this is where the brass comes out. There's like a little trap door in there, it looks like. You can close dust cover or something, some sorts. Alright, let me get a picture of this thing taken apart. I'm not even gonna try. Yeah, I will try to organize the areas that these go back together for this picture. That's that way. This goes that way. Magazine sits on top of it. That's all right there. This butt plate goes that way. Now, I don't know what my camera just did. It kind of beeped at me. Then the barrel just kind of goes right here. What'd you do, camera? Hopefully you're still working. Alright, so I think the camera got to a point where its file size was too big and it basically like started to re-record. Alright. Don't worry, that didn't hurt. Or otherwise I would have said a very bad word. That's why it's nice to wear boots. Alright. To reassemble, follow the above steps in reverse order, taking into account the following points. Ensure the all components are clean. Ensure that the different groups of the carbine correctly lock into position when they are reinstalled. When reinserting the hammer group into the frame, hold the hammer group release lever at the raised position. When reinstalling the moving parts group, hold it so that the raised surface is on top. When reinserting the barrel support and upper rail group into the frame, press the barrel support lock. After reassembling the firearm with an empty magazine pointing in the same direction, pull the trigger in order to decock the hammer. So it tells you to pull the trigger, but then after that step, it says before carrying out this step, ensure the magazine and of course the chamber are really empty. So I would tell you to do that and then come back and say, hey, don't do that, to make sure you're safe. Alright, so I already kind of don't like these instructions because I'm a simple-minded kind of person. If you watch enough videos of me or you just listen to me how I read, I'm a mechanic. That's what I do for a living. I'll leave it at that. So it says basically make sure everything's clean, everything locks in there correctly, and then it says there's a few things that are important. When reinserting the hammer group into the frame, hold the hammer group release lever at the raised position. Hold it at the raised position. What the hell is it talking about? Okay, alright, so let's do this. The last thing we took out was the trigger group. That's just what I'm going to say it's called. So let's move the magazine. Put it over there. Trigger group. Should slide into there. Okay, so this little lever right here that feels very cheap. I thought you are supposed to pull that out, but it's actually connected to this black piece, and you actually really do lift it all the way up. So to get it to go in the back of the, basically like the frame, you get in there and you pull it up and slide it in, and bam, there it is. Now I should be able to kill that mosquito. Slide this right back down on there. And then it says hold this up while you put it in there. I don't know how you can hold that up when it goes way in there and you can't really get your finger on it. It's kind of weird. Let me take it out and try again. It's almost like that's not meant to go in there the way that they tell you to do it. Let me go back to those instructions. Moving parts group. When reinstalling the moving parts group, hold it so that the raised surface is on top. So this is the raised surface. and it just gets in there and you can't really even get to it, you know. It's kind of... This is going to be a... This is like prime time to hurt yourself. Is it bad that I already want to YouTube it? PS90 assembly. Alright, this dude does it disassembly and reassembly in 4 minutes. It's not counting if he edited it. Hold on, let's give this guy some credit before we just randomly show his video. C&R Reviews.
Alright guys, so Chad from C&R Reviews here. I've got the FM PS90
Thanks, Chad.
Shoots the 5.7 by 28mm round. Thing you want to do for...
Sorry, Chad, we gotta skip to the assembly part. I didn't really watch any of these videos or even read anything because I didn't even plan on taking this apart, but then I got out here and I'm like, what is the point of making a video if I don't shoot it and it's just unboxing? And yeah.
And we'll talk about why. Because you're relying inside. Let's be honest. Bolt, firing pin, slips back inside. Go ahead and push it to the rear. You want to take your barrel and...
So he just shows it going in there, and that you don't actually push it. You just like put it in there, and then he puts the barrel in. Okay. Because that's really as far back as that goes, unless you charge it. Alright, so let's go through the steps of what it says. Thanks, Chad. What it says. It says, after reassembling with the empty magazine, point in the same direction and pull the trigger in order to decock the hammer. That's kind of weird because it like doesn't tell you anything about the safety. Well, see. It says empty magazine, so basically it wants you to have a magazine on it. Actually, I do like that iron sight. The factory iron sight's not that bad. Let's load this magazine up. We aren't shooting. I just want to feed one. Actually, let's just feed one. Like literally one. So I can show you where it ejects the... Well, right now it's going to eject the whole thing. But normally where it is to just eject the brass from. Alright, so magazine. That's the front of the magazine. It even has a little idiot proof, probably hard for you to see. The round goes this way, and you just kind of push it in there. It's kind of hard to do. Come on. Got it. So when you put more than, I don't know how many, probably like 2 or 3 it actually turns it and pushes it into the magazine so they sit perpendicular to the gun. So let's take this one, put her on safe, and chamber it. So now should be able to look, and yeah, you can look right in there. It's very hard to see on camera. Don't grab the camera. So it's very hard to see, but right inside there, way down in there, I was gonna point it to it with my knife, but no. Down in there is, there goes my flashlight. I even thought about bringing my headlamp. I was like, no, I won't need it. Alright, so in there, right in there, you can see there's a round in the chamber. I'm a little bit unorganized for this video today. Alright, so she's in there, and then when that round comes out, it's gonna come out right there. Ready? So that's where the actual spent brass would come out. So let's load this guy up. 50 rounds. This is gonna be fun. There has got to be an easier way to do this. So you see we got, I didn't even count, 4 rounds in there right now, and they're starting to spin the other way. It's pretty cool as you insert a round into the magazine, you can see it spin. You can see the round that's already in there spin. It feels like I'm already getting ate up by bugs. And they're double stacked in there too. That's pretty awesome looking. It's good that it holds 50 rounds, but it sucks to load that many. And obviously it's going to be a little bit heavy. Alright. There's all 50. Just kind of looking at the magazine because you can see the as they get closer to the actual feeding lip of the magazine, they're at a weird angle. I was just hoping that they're not kind of like messed up, or that they're supposed to be that way. She's actually still, it's still really light, especially since it's all, you know, it's a bullpup, so it's all really compact, light, and in one area. It's actually pretty nice. It's actually really nice. I don't need no sneaking serial number tag on my gun. Thanks, FN. But it's gone. Hold on before you start going crazy. There's a real serial number stamped into the metal right there. So yeah, she's nice. She feels good. It's just so weird because it's so small. You kind of don't know what to do with this arm because it hits the stock, kind of. It's a weird feeling. But she's nice. So there you have it. The FN PS90. That caliber is 5.7 by 28. I don't even know if I even said anything about that. So, handgun, fire same rounds, 20 rounds of ammo in there. I made a video about this handgun and the holster, but I'm pretty sure that I haven't made it public on YouTube yet because I did a review, kind of a, oh shit, actually that was an unboxing video because I did like a, hey, this is what comes with this holster video. So basically, yeah, you could say that was that. Today was my second unboxing video then. But yeah, I did a review of the holster and then said I was going to basically wear the holster for a few months, carry the gun around, see how it was. I'll follow up that video though with comments on the holster in it, not in this video. She's nice. Damn, that was a nice round and now it's on the ground. Ain't nothing a little 11 from the shirt can take care of. Make sure it's clean. She's clean. These dang dragonflies are going crazy, you hear them?